Direct filling gold. In this video, we will discuss about introduction, forms of direct filling gold, gold foil, crystalline gold, powdered gold, preparation of direct filling gold restoration, properties of direct filling gold. Introduction. Pure gold is the noblest of all dental metals. Tarnish and corrosion is rare in oral cavity. Gold is the most malleable and ductile metal. Malleability is the ability to be drawn into sheets and ductility is the ability to be drawn into wires. Forms of direct filling gold are foil or fibrous gold, electrolytic precipitate or crystalline or matte or spongy gold, and granular or powdered gold. First, we will discuss about foil or fibrous gold. Foil gold is made by beating an ingot of gold into thin sheets or foils of 3 or 4 grain thickness, also known as number 3 and number 4 sheets respectively. Later, these foils are cut into 8ths, 16ths or 64th parts and formed into pellets, cylinders or ropes. Another form of foil gold is the laminate or platinized gold foil, where one platinum foil is placed in between two gold foils and sintered to enhance the strength. Gold foil can also be classified into cohesive gold, where there is no gas adsorbed on the surface of gold, thus it is easier to cold weld. And another type is the non-cohesive gold, where a protective layer of ammonia gas is present which prevents the adsorption of other gases onto the surface. This protective layer can be removed by heating the gold foil prior to restoration. Next is the electrolytic gold. It is formed by electrolytic precipitation of gold particles which are made into strips or placed between two gold foils for better handling. The types of electrolytic gold include matte gold, where the electrolytic gold is formed into strips. This gives a pitted appearance when used for restoration. Thus, it is wrapped in a gold foil for smoother appearance. Next is the matte foil, where the electrolytic precipitate is sandwiched in between two layers of number 3 gold foil. Last and the important variant is the alloyed or electrolyte RV, where the electrolytic precipitate of gold is mixed with calcium of 0.1 to 0.8% by weight to enhance the strength. Next is the powdered gold. This type is formed by chemical precipitation or atomization of molten gold, and an agglomerated mass arises from this. To prevent the disintegration of this agglomerated form, powdered gold is mixed with soft wax pellets and wrapped in gold foil. This form of gold is to be heated such that the wax pellets melt off prior to use. Now, we will have a look at the preparation of direct filling gold for restoration. The main aspect in preparing the direct filling gold for restoration is the degassing or desorption procedure, where the adsorbed gases on the surface of gold are removed by heating so that the fusion of gold particles while cold working is unhindered. Desorption can be done by flame heating, which is in turn of two types, namely bulk heating, where many pellets are heated at once in a tray, and piece by piece heating, where individual pellet is heated on an alcohol flame. Another method for degassing is the electric annealing, where the temperature is maintained at 340 to 370 degrees centigrade for 5 to 20 minutes. If we underheat the gold, there will be improper fusion due to the presence of adsorbed gases on the surface, while if we overheat, then also there will be improper fusion due to the presence of residues from the handling instruments and flame. Next important aspect while preparation of direct filling gold restoration is the compaction. Compaction can be done by a hand mallet where the condenser tip is held against the direct filling gold in cavity and a small mallet is used to hit on the condenser head for compaction. Condensers used for compaction are to be small with a diameter of tip around 0.5 to 1 mm and the tip shapes can be various. Mechanical condensers are the devices which use electricity like in electromallet or air pressure like in pneumatic vibratory condenser to condense the direct filling gold in cavity. The process of compaction should begin at the line or point angles of the cavity with the condenser tip at 45 degrees to the cavity walls and floors. Later, the forces are to be directed at 90 degrees to previously condensed gold and stepping movement is to be used while condensing, where at least half of the previously condensed area should be overlapped by the condenser in successive steps. Next are the physical properties of direct filling gold. The density of gold is 19.3%. Failure occurs from tensile stress due to incomplete cohesion. Presence of voids reduces the density of direct filling gold. Voids at the restoration surfaces are susceptible to corrosion and plaque accumulation, while the voids at the restoration and tooth interface are susceptible to secondary caries. Gold is a biocompatible material and is less susceptible to tarnish and corrosion. The uses of direct filling gold are: it is used in pits and small class 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6 caries. It is also used in repairing the casting margins. The advantages of the direct filling gold is that it is tarnish and corrosion resistant. It has good mechanical properties and good biocompatibility. The disadvantages of the direct filling gold restoration is that it is not a tooth colored restoration. It has a high thermal conductivity and the manipulation is very difficult. Let's have a recap. Direct filling gold is used in small pits and cavities and to repair the casting margins. Direct filling gold is available as gold foils, crystalline gold and powdered gold. Gold foils are available in number 4 and number 3 thickness, which is 4 grain and 3 grain thickness respectively. Degassing is to be done to remove the adsorbed gases on the surface and improve cohesion. Pure gold can be compacted by cold welding. Few important questions from this chapter are: gold foils, matte gold, electroalloy RV and degassing.